everybody and welcome to my new series. It's been about 2 years since I last uploaded a video, but I decided now is the time to make a new series. Today we'll be playing Battlefield Yugoslavia, a popular mod for Battlefield Vietnam. So without further ado, let's start with the first map. We'll be playing as the Yugoslav army this time round, and throughout the series we will be playing as the Serbs whenever possible. Whenever it isn't possible to play as the Serbs, we will instead play as the Croats. We've chosen an automatic weapon and we'll be going to war effectively against the Croats. There we go. We've killed our first Croat intruder. And great. So, for a bit of background info. From 1945 to about 1989 or 1990, the Socialist Republic of Yugoslavia combined countries such as Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia, Macedonia, and Slovenia and Montenegro as one large Slavic state. This fell apart between 1991 and 1995, and this collapse was quite violent in places such as Bosnia and Croatia, which left the Federation by force and fought against the Serbs, who were far more interested in actually preserving the Yugoslav Federation, albeit with themselves in a position of strength. So, this mod is, of course, an attempt to portray these wars, and we'll be playing through every single map that it has to provide, which is, if I remember correctly, about 36 maps. This means that this could be the longest series I've made so far. After all, it's good to come back with something big. So now we're playing as the Yugoslav army. We aren't playing as the Serbian militias yet, or the army of the Serbian. Apparently there's someone in that building. We're gonna ambush this Croat guy here. And we've been killed. Fair enough. At the moment we are trying to stop Croatia from seceding from Yugoslavia, which seems to be a tricky enough task, though since we control most of the bases, the Croats are struggling. They're bleeding points. Once the Croats reach 0 points, we'll have won the battle. A quick heads up about the series, though. Don't expect us to win every single battle. There's a chance that we'll lose a few of them. Okay, so that was an interesting drone from our Yugoslav soldier here. I assume he enjoys getting shot at it, so good for him. Assault this Croat position here for a second. And by the way, a quick heads up for any people who are viewing this who happen to be Croats or Muslims. Be prepared to take offense at most of these videos. Since I will be playing as the Serbs and Yugoslavs, I will not be having much mercy towards Croats or Bosniaks. And I will probably use various insulting language and expressions throughout the series. And we accidentally killed one of our own comrades. Rest in peace, Nikola Ristic. Anyway, with that position secured, we now have supremacy over the city. Now it's just a matter of hunting down Croats and trying not to die. And we've lost that position. Great. So right now we're playing as the Yugoslav army, of course, trying to stop Croatia from leaving the Yugoslav Federation. if we can do this, the Yugoslav state could perhaps survive. And there's Croat. Okay, we killed him. Not all is safe, we're still getting shot at. We now have more points than the Croats, that's good. But for a bit of background information on this map in particular, the Croat army at this point, which was mostly just a poorly armed militia, is trying to disarm a Yugoslav army barracks. As the Yugoslav army, we aren't gonna let them do that. I'm currently using a standard issue Zastava M70 assault rifle to make sure that the Croats don't get out of line. This map is taking place in 1991, and I reckon that the maps are in chronological order, meaning that the ones that happened earlier on in the wars are first, and the ones that happened near the end of the wars are last. As a result of this, you'll get a decent picture of the history of the Yugoslav conflict by watching this series. So hopefully this will be not only fun to watch, but also kind of education. I apologize if I'm just rambling on with the introduction, but I don't have much else to talk about at the moment. And our comrade just got shot. Okay, we now have something to talk about. God damn it. Okay. We no longer have the upper hand over the Croats. This isn't good. We need to seize their bases. Because if we lose this, we're doomed. Well, not necessarily doomed, but we have lost and setback. Croats, scum! As you see, you're welcome. Good thing I gave an advance warning, right? Let's blow up this Croat-mobile. Bastard grenade. Damn it. Okay. We're still winning. We still have the upper hand. We are fighting for Yugoslavia at the moment, not for Serbia, so I guess more people can empathize with us. But it also means that we are the ones with superior equipment at the moment. The Croats are using obsolete equipment that was in storage, while we are using the standard issue weapons of the Yugoslav army. This will change as the war goes on, of course, with the Croats being able to get weapons from their German and American sponsors. And that will be, of course, a complicating factor for us. Since, as the Serbs, we won't be able to import any new weapons, we'll be using the same old Yugoslav. Which, as you can see here, are still relatively reliable as we shoot these Croats from peace. For those of you who want to know, the mod itself isn't actually called Battlefield Yugoslavia. It's actually Battlefield Balkan 1991 to 1995. But I thought that Battlefield Yugoslavia would be a better name for the series, of course. For those of you who have Battlefield Vietnam and want to play this mod, I'll put a link in the description for the download. Okay, we need to change tactics. We're gonna go with the RPK-47 and a rocket launcher, because the Croats are attempting to capture our main base. They've come in force and we won't let them. And that! There we go. There we go, now we're showing them the business end of our rifles. Also, for those of you who aren't familiar with the term Ustaše, it means Croat fascist, because there was a large Croatian fascist movement during the 1930s and 40s called the Ustaše. And of course, since fascism is anti-communist and we're playing currently as the army of a still communist world country, we are more than free to call these people the Ustaše. vehicles. Now the Croats are continuing to assault. We'll have to stop them from retaking their positions. It seems, I think the Croats might have numerical superiority, but we nonetheless have better weapons. So we are losing, apparently. The Croat independence movement is gaining ground pretty quickly. And also, for those of you who want to know, we're playing with roughly 64 bots, not online sadly, since there wouldn't be such a large online community. But the bots aren't too bad. They're set to hard difficulty, since very hard was too challenging and normal was far too easy. Now we're using a Zastava machine gun. I reckon Zastava is the company rather than the actual gun. Nonetheless, we're capturing this Croat position and we're trying to win back the initiative. So 15 seconds until this outpost is ours once again. And there's the Croat batteries. Okay. Let's take cover. Prepare our machine gun. And we are under attack. Okay, the entire Serbian fatherland is under attack. Fatherland at the moment. But get ready for us to be spouting more radical rhetoric once we start playing against Serbs. Okay, we have captured the base from the Croats, but they've killed us anyway. They've seized our vehicle as well. And they seem to be keeping the initiative away from us. Okay, so there's the nice groan again from our Serbian soldier. But we really have to advance, so we'll go with another assault with the Zastava M70. We're gonna take control of this vehicle here, since there's too many Serbs right in here. Well, too many Yugoslav troops. The Yugoslav People's Army needs these vehicles after all. For those of you who want to know, Yugoslav People's Army translates into Serbo-Croat as something along the lines of Yugoslavska Narodna Armija, that. So JNA is the abbreviation. We'll be providing various abbreviations as time goes by, since this war was full of them. We've got a nice horn to ward off Croat scum, so we'll be using it. Putting it to very good use. There we go, we're capturing this Croat base extremely quickly. It's fantastic. Come on, SWAT Perisic, get out of the driver's seat, you goddamn Muslim. And we got hit by a rocket because he didn't want to accelerate. Great. And we're about to lose the battle, so that's going to put an end to this episode pretty quickly. Pity we couldn't win. Nonetheless, we've done some good damage to the Croats. Even though they're gaining ground, we were outnumbered. So we fought valiantly. So that's the end of episode 1. I'm sorry if it's too short for your liking, but sadly the Croats defeated us. Thank you for watching anyway. So I've been the Nerd Gamer, and goodbye.